What are you looking at? I got you for $2 at an estate sale and sold you today for $95 on eBay. This is a vintage Elias Big Boys menu. Super cool. Do you remember when I found this? One of the ladies who was running the estate told me that she found this. It was thrown in the trash. So, she put it over there. I went over, grabbed it. I couldn't believe it. Will you stop looking over there? I gotta put you away. We also had another sale today, which I want to point out to you here, because this is something that could easily get missed in terms of just thinking it's a regular, modern day comic that's not worth much, but it actually sold today for $32.50 because this has cover art done by Stanley Artgerm Lau. He's known as Artgerm. And if you ever see anything by him, his work is super popular. So even modern books like this will sell for good money. This is just something I got for, about 15 cents or so in a collection. So this is what I love doing, folks. I love going out hunting for those big money treasures, especially ones that people are going to throw out into the garbage like this one. So wait till you see in this video something that I found that someone just put inside of a free box. So you always got to check those. I'm going to take you out sourcing, garage sailing with Mrs. Primetime. Also going to head over to the flea market, and I'm also going to take you into Walmart and Target for a little retail arbitrage. Let's get after it. It's easy to make mistakes when you're out sourcing. I'll show you one I made a little later, but this is a good example. These box sets in which one of the books is missing, it's easy to miss that, especially for these thinner books because the space is not as big. So you have to pay attention to that. Now over here, you could see this big box of Barbies. They only wanted $1 per Barbie. Barbies sell very well on eBay, especially if they're new in box, but they'll also sell well outside of the box if they're in great condition like this, and you could source them low. There were a total of 20 Barbies. I asked how much they wanted for all of them, and they said $10. So I grabbed those Barbies and ran. Now over here, you could see a bunch of Goebbels bells, and to the back right are the Goebbels plates. They're from the 70s and 80s. She told me that her dad spent $100 per plate set back in the day. You'd be lucky if you could even sell them on eBay now. So I passed on them. It's a great reminder that just because something is vintage does not mean it's valuable. Now, these are valuable. I've always told you about the pillow pets, and to pick them up, if you could get them for about $2 a piece or so, which you could see is the price there. So I grabbed the moose right here, and I was excited to see an Arkansas Razorback one with the hog. I've never seen this one before, and this one goes for about $30, so an easy decision to pick that one up for $2 and add it to my pillow pets arsenal. Now, I also picked up my first stash of Dork Diaries books here. I always grab these when I could find them in hardcover format. I flip through them to make sure that there's not any writing inside. Grab them for $1 a piece. I do the same thing for Diary of the Wimpy Kid books. And then as I amass them, I just sell them off in big lots over the course of the year. Now, Mrs. Primetime was to my right, and I was telling her, make sure you look for something like this, Power Rangers books. And this is the ultimate visual dictionary. I was showing her all the cool inserts that, are inside. I already have this listed in my eBay store for $40. I picked it up for, I think, $2. Now, be careful, though, because sometimes these big oversized books, they might look cool like this one below, the monsters and zombies and vampires, but it's one of those Barnes & Noble bargain books, and it just doesn't sell well on eBay, so I passed on that. But shout out to Mrs. Primetime. Let her know in the comments right there. She picks up, she's like this, she gets a Power Rangers trade paperback. Got that for $1. I have that listed too. So good job, Mrs. PT. They're playing the music for us and everything. I thought, how romantic is that? But I should have known better. We're looking at these frames for $1 a piece, and I said, look what I found. And she said, I see what you found. The best little whorehouse in Texas. This is a musical. It started in 1978. So I got this vintage promo ad, popped it out, put it in my store for $30. And then I got this 11 by 14 Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band photo. It's from 1984 when he played at the Spectrum. And then there's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That was my mistake. There are a bunch of stains on that. I saw them, but I didn't realize how bad they were until I got them in proper lighting. So I wound up really paying $2 for the Bruce Springsteen one. And this Aurora alligator, I always pick up the alligator plush. 50 cents, not worth much, but I'm going to pair it with an adult crocodile. And now back to PTHQ. You going to come inside? You come inside? There you go. What's up, Daisy? Good morning, Daisy. Say hi to your fans. See if we can find Gizmo around. Where is he? Where is he? Where's Gizmo? Yes, my primetime treasure hunting sense was right. Look at this, a long box of comic books, mostly filled, sitting right there on the top of this table. Now, let me give you a big tip. If you ever come across something like this, do not ask the person selling them how much they want per comic book. If there are prices on the comic books, completely ignore them and just ask how much the person wants for the entire box, or if there's more than one box, how much they want for everything, because you're trying to establish very quickly that you are there to make a bulk deal. And every once in a while, you may have someone tell you, like this person did, that they only want $20 for the entire box of comic books. So as you could see me flipping through those comics, these are mostly comics from the 80s and the 90s. There's really good titles: Avengers, Iron Man, ElfQuest. There's even old Batman comics, Winter Soldier comics, which I was excited about due to the popularity of the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. And so there were multiples available. So there were like several Battlestar Galactica books that were there, which was great because that gave there to be lot potential to a bunch of the books. There was Star Trek, Fantastic Four, which is great because the movie's coming out soon. I mean, so this was a great, easy decision. So I'm going to speed this up a bit so you could see some more of these books quicker. I'll show you some interesting books towards the end as well. And then we will go over to Walmart and Target to do some retail arbitrage. How ironic is this? I was just talking about earlier how you should look for Power Rangers items and how Mrs. Primetime found that Power Rangers trade paperback comic. And sure enough, there's a bunch of Power Rangers Mighty Morphins comics in here. So that was great because I could just add her comic to these, and that's how you increase the value of these items and lots over time as you just accumulate more and more stuff. Now over here is another great series I've talked about before. It's anything that has to do with Michael Turner. He's a famous comic artist who has since passed away from cancer, and he still has a very strong following. People love his Soulfire series, for example. So I have two of those Soulfire books listed right now for $40, another one listed for $20, and another listed for $14. And so that's what you want to do. You're trying to, buy these bulk lots, be it comics or something else, and you're trying to get your money back quickly off of one item or a couple of items and then just be in profit. And that's how you could do very well with comic book lots. I mean, look at this. We've got Scarlet Witch right there, which is very popular still due to WandaVision. So very happy with this. Now, here's the free box that I showed in the thumbnail. This is awesome right here. I mean, look at this. Someone just put this Dr. Seuss book inside of here. I noticed it when I saw those red and white stripes there. Now, this was selling in March for $80. Multiple times this sold, including at auction. Right now, I have it listed for $40, but it's amazing what people put in these free boxes. Now, so always make sure you look at them. Now, here we are over at Walmart, and I headed right over to the clearance section. And unfortunately for the clearance section that's closest to my house, you can see here, it's pretty small. It's pretty pathetic, but still, I go over there and look. And, I would suggest you do that too, because you can find some good stuff there, particularly if you look at the toys. And look at this. We've got a nice Lego set here from Hidden Side. It's $16, but look at this. This set has sold for up to $50, so that tells me there's some good potential here. There's no, significant, damage to the box or anything like this. A cool submarine set there, so I picked that up. I was going to pick up the Mermaid Bank, but I passed it. I really had to resist on that one. So anyway, we went over to Target, and it was funny because Mrs. Primetime was like, you're not going to find anything in there. But sure enough, went over to the toy clearance section. Now, that toy right there is not worth anything on eBay. Ninjago is a good series to look for, but that one didn't go for much either. Black Widow, it's good to look for Black Widow stuff because the movie's coming out, but that's too big and it just doesn't go for anything. But this really appealed to me because of all the minifigures inside. And they wanted $14.99 for that. Then there was this bigger one for $27.99, but not as many minifigures inside of it. And the price that it's going for on eBay for that big one is not much over that $27.99. But look at this one. Look at all those minifigures. That's the key. People love those minifigures. They're so collectible. You could just sell those by themselves. And look at that. We already have some sets selling for up to $40. So easy decision for me to get that. And we end the day off with a double tap. All right, everyone, let me know what you think of the new banner for the channel, in which I am emphasizing that one of the goals of this channel is to help you make big money. All these tips, all the information that I'm sharing with you should help you do that. If you're a member of the channel, I'm coming up with more and more ways to help people make money through that. Anyone who has a member, even at the $1.99 level, is getting their store promoted, not only on this channel in the description section and in the comment section, but also in front of 26,000 people in my Facebook group, the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. And people who are being featured are regularly making multiple sales by being featured. And you get featured multiple times. Once everyone's turn is up, then it just keeps cycling over and over and over again. So I'm excited about that. Reminds me, go check out Amy's store. She runs it with her husband, Tony, and she's a member of the channel, and I've known her for a while, and she's a really great person. Check out our store. Lots of great items there. And also want to end off by thanking Kelly Martin. She has officially made the postcard wall of fame. So thank you very much, Kelly. I appreciate that. And if you want to get on the postcard wall of fame, and look how big it's getting right now. If I know you, just send me an email to primetimetreasure@gmail.com. And if I know you, I will send you the address that you could send the postcard to, and I'll give you a shout out in one of the videos. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you at the next one, everyone. Take care.